asked Josue what he thought his favorite or most impactful games of the decade were. So really quickly, just off the top of our heads, we kind of just jot down what we thought were the most impactful and important games in our lives in the past 10 years. So Josue, I'm gonna let you just lead off with what you think your favorite top 10 games from the decade were.
This was not easy at all, and no one in the comments, no one anywhere will agree with this top 10 list.
Nah. Especially when we had 3 minutes to just get it ready. Like, you're not gonna agree with anything we're about to say.
And honestly, like, it's the most impactful to me. So like,
these ones are personal to us.
Yeah, this is very personal. So like, what impacts me is not gonna impact, I don't know, Cybertron 733 on the YouTube comments. So like, I apologize for my list, but it's my list, and these games, I hold all of them dear and close to my heart. So
that's fair.
You wanna just go one by one? Because I'm down to go one by one.
Yeah, we probably have some similarities, but yo, go for it.
All right, my number one game. No, this is not a top 10. Sorry, this is like just like it's a top 10.
Yeah,
but
it's a 10. We're not ranking this. Yeah, ranking this is gonna take way too long.
I am not ranking the top 10, the top game of the decade for me. That's not happening. So I'm gonna have first out there. I'm gonna have Celeste. Celeste killed it for me. That I could not put that game down when I downloaded it. Celeste was a phenomenal experience, a phenomenal game. I am in love with Celeste.
Yeah, I think most people would agree that that's a really impactful game for a lot of people because it really touched on mental health, and I think a lot of games don't really do that.
I mean, not just that. Yeah, I loved it for that, but it was just a fantastic game overall. Like,
I played a little bit of it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. Oh my god! Like, and just every single room was a challenge in itself. It was so fantastic, and hats off. Like, that is top 10 for me.
Got you. For me, I guess my first, if I had to pick, let's just start off with PT. I think PT was one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had via a media source in my life. I remember I talked to you about this a couple weeks ago. I think PT is the best thing Kojima's ever made. It's so frightening. It's so just mind altering. There's so many things in the game you never would think to do unless you really heard it from somebody else or you just kept messing around every possibility until you did it. For example, like in one scene in the game, you have to say a name into your controller to progress with the story. That's just wild. And it's so frightening and scary to just mess with your head, and it's all placed in one room. The fact that Kojima was able to just make this game so fun and just really investing when the setting was just one room of a house is wild to me. Like, the PT is genius, and I really wish we got a full game of it. And that's honestly a game I think was really, really big for the decade.
I was not expecting you to say that, but wow. I mean, I'm not going to fight it. That's dope. I just was not expecting you to say it.
You need to play the game, bro. I'm telling you, it is frightening stuff.
That's why I'm not
good.
That's why I'm not playing the game. I don't know what to tell you.
That's why I'll never play it.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that, bro. So the next game for me is a game that unfortunately I haven't finished yet, but at the same time, I bought it recently, so it's happening.
Is this Persona 5?
Maybe.
I knew you were gonna say Persona.
Persona 5 climbed the ranks so fast in my heart. I am in love with Persona 5. From the music to the art direction to the RPG elements to every single thing about this game, I am in love with it. When I first started 2019, I thought Persona 5 was. You know what? I had no thoughts about Persona 5. Persona 5 wasn't in my thoughts. But then, bro, Smash Brothers happened. I finally got the game. It was $20, and you know what? Phenomenal.
No, hold on. For the people at home, Joker was announced, and I lost my mind. I was like, Sakurai got Persona and Smash to collab? Yo, let's go! And Jose was like, I don't care. Why do I care about this? Who the hell is the Joker? He thought I was legit talking about the Joker from the Batman series.
No, I wasn't. No.
Yes, you said that. You're like, yo, I thought you were messing with me because you said the Joker.
Whatever, maybe. I don't know.
And then you bought the game, and I remember just the first pitch you sent me, I knew you were gonna have fun with the game because you named him Carmelo Anthony, and I knew, yeah, Jose's gonna love this game.
And then I named the group that they're a part of, Panic Bros. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, that game is so genius, man. I love it. Everything about it is great. But unfortunately, I don't have that in my top 10. I think if I played it to completion or I played it longer, it probably would be, but it's not there.
All right.
So, my next game, and this looks like I'm riding Kojima hard as hell when I say this. My second game is Metal Gear Solid 5. That game, listen, I only played like 40% of it because I was in college and it took way too much time to finish the whole thing. But just that 40% was so much fun. I don't know if you ever watched Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's like Breath of the Wild in the sense that everything is free to mess with. There's so many cool and unique ways of approaching a mission. You can either sneak around, you can just go gun-ho and kill everybody, you can set up decoys, you can do so many different things to approach a mission. Like, the opportunities are really endless. It's genius. I loved it, and also, I recently just found out the ending of the story, which I'm not going to spoil here because I feel like some people might still kind of want to know, so I think I'm just not going to say it. But the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5 connects really well with the rest of the story, which I think no one saw really coming. And I think it was just well thought out and a genius ending. I know it's really controversial because some people don't like the story of Metal Gear Solid 5, but I thought it was one of the most investing and cool ways to end a Kojima type story. So I really like Metal Gear Solid 5. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have another Kojima game on the list?
That is my last Kojima game, I swear.
Okay, cool. But the next game on my list is something that I think you will agree with as well. I mean, like everyone, this game is on every single person's list. It has to be. It's Skyrim. Skyrim,
yep.
Yeah, Skyrim is on every single person's list for the top 10 of the decade. Like, you cannot have this game on your top 10.
Everyone was playing that game when it came out, bro. Everyone.
Bro, that game changed lives. I don't know, man. People are still playing it to this day, 8 years after it came out.
Hey, they're still modding it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Before the downfall of Bethesda, man, this was it. Skyrim was it, man. Oh my God.
Honestly, I know so many people who never heard of Elder Scrolls or barely played a video game in like the recent years, but when Skyrim came out and they got so big, they actually had to pick up a copy and play it for themselves. The game was so big, it brought people out of the dark. It was really, really, really well made and so much fun to play. I loved it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to say anything more about Skyrim. I think
you know. You play Skyrim, you know.
So then the other game that's on both of our lists is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That is the best game ever made, bro. It's the best game.
No.
That game is so good.
Yo, you're so annoying because I remember I bought Breath of the Wild and I was playing it and I was trying to tell you this, but you were like, I don't know.
No, that's not why I didn't get it. That's not why I didn't get it.
Yo, but
I told you I didn't get it.
You had doubts, though. You had doubts.
No, I didn't have doubts either. I told you I cried during the trailer. How did I have doubts? The reason why I didn't get the game, and I know that's wild, guys. I cried during the Breath of the Wild trailer, but besides the point, the reason why I didn't get it is because one, I didn't have a Switch, and I felt like playing on the Wii was gonna be trash, which it was, because that's what I had to do. So I didn't have a Switch, and two, I was a broke college student and could not find $60 to my name. But eventually, I got the 60, I bought it for the Wii U, and it was such a bad experience. But I knew the game was good, so then I rebought it for the Switch, and whoa, my God. Those like 80 plus hours I put in on the Switch for Breath of the Wild were just so good. So good. Oh my God, that was one of the most fun times I've ever played a video game. I think we don't need to say it. You already know if you played it. The game is limitless. Like, where Metal Gear Solid 5 was limitless, Breath of the Wild said, nah, hold that. I'm gonna really go limitless. You can touch anything in that game. It's genius. I love it. Mwah, it's beautiful.
So, to your surprise, that's the only Nintendo game I have on my list.
Really?
That's the only Nintendo game I have on my list. And
wait, can I say my next one then? Because I feel like you're doing this game dirty if you don't got it in your top 10.
You're gonna say Smash Brothers Ultimate?
You know it! Like, come on! How is that not in your top 10 of the decade?
Only because, as you know, this multiplayer games are not my thing.
Oh my
So
god.
like, no, but you know how much I love Smash Brothers. You know how much I do.
Clearly not enough.
But when it came to leaving, oh man, but it's weird. It's weird. It has left a significant impact on me, but it will probably be like my number 11 on this list or something. When it came to like the experiences that I've had, like Smash Brothers to me has always been a game that I love talking about. But when it came to actually sitting down and playing it, I'll probably play like a quick round or two. But that's always been it for me. You know what I mean? Like,
that's so funny to me because we have so much Smash content on our YouTube and podcasts, and at
yeah.
the end of the day, you're like, yeah, I'll play like one game or two.
But I love talking about it because there's so much to talk about. But when it comes to like, yeah, like I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird to me. It would be my 11.
Weird relationship.
It would be my number. It would be my number 11. If there was a top 11, it'd be.
I guess that's still fair. I think that's still fair then. That works.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely in my top 10, and I really don't think we need to talk about this because if you really want to know why we think Smash Ultimate's that great, we have a lot of content for you to go through.
Yeah, you
so
should.
I'm gonna let you go next. I'm gonna let you go
Yeah,
next.
we know. So the next game is gonna be a game that you know I have, and no one will probably agree with me unless you're a fan of the series. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Kingdom Hearts 3 made a significant impact on me, and I am in love with the game.
Boo
Shut
this
up.
man. Boo.
No, people will boo me. People will boo me in the comments.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
know that
100%.
for a fact. But Kingdom Hearts 3 left an impact. The music of the game is probably some of the best in the entire series. The gameplay of the game, besides a couple of tweaks that they made that were probably not for the best, but fantastic to me. It was fun. The world design was the best. Character design, best. Everything was just phenomenal to me about that game. Obviously not the best game to ever come out, which is why this is not the best games of the decade. I would not have Kingdom Hearts 3 in the top 10 best games, but top 10 games to me, yes. Game left an impact. I cried when I picked up the game and I looked at the box. I cried. So don't. That game left an impact on me. I was waiting for this game for a very long time. Was it the exact game I was waiting for? No. Was it still a phenomenal game? To me, yes.
See, I can spend the next 26 minutes fighting on you on why Kingdom Hearts 3 was, decently good and not, the best in the series.
But I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's the best in the series.
But yeah, exactly. But that's exactly what my next point was going to be. You're not saying it's the best. And also, like I said, it would take way too much time for us to go back and forth on Kingdom Hearts here. So I'm gonna let you just have your moment, and I'm gonna let you say Kingdom Hearts 3 was one of your favorite games of the decade. And I really respect that. I respect
you can't fight
that.
me on that.
No, yeah, it's probably my top 50. It was probably my top 50, so I can't really fight it.
It was probably my top 1,000. I'll say that.
The next game for me, and this might become surprising to you, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley was a game that I slept on for such a long time until me and Josue read the book Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. In the book, they covered 10 games that were made, just in the last, I think, 20 or so years. And Stardew Valley is one of them. And for the longest time, I did not know, and neither did Josue know until we read the book, that Stardew Valley was made by one guy. Literally, the entire game was made by a single individual. As someone who appreciates game development and hopes to one day really sink my teeth into it, I bought the game after reading about it, and I don't like Harvest Moon, and I really don't like any of that type of gameplay.
What? You don't like Harvest Moon?
I didn't like Harvest Moon that much as a kid. I didn't really like it.
Logan, A Wonderful Life was everything.
It was everything.
Everything.
But when I played Stardew Valley, something about knowing that it was made by one person, I had so much love, really put into it, so much energy and sweat, that when I picked it up and played it, I was actually really engaged. I really wanted to see every element of it. I wanted to explore all of it. I spent a lot of hours playing it, and it was a nice little break from reality. I liked it a lot, and I think it's a really, really, really great game, especially for someone who made it by himself. And because of that, I need to give it praise as one of the top games of the decade.
Okay. You know what? I'll give it to you. I mean, I had a good time with it too, but I would definitely not have it in my top 10. But no, I'm going to give it to you. I can't fight that.
No, yeah, it's something about the story that really drives me. The story of it really puts me up there on the top 10. If it wasn't for the story, maybe I wouldn't really have it up here.
Oh, wow. So, for me, next game, no one can really fight this either. The Last of Us, phenomenal game, phenomenal
Mm-hmm.
story.
I got it on
Everyone,
mine too. That's on my list.
yeah. I don't even need to talk too much about it. Everyone knows this. We know this.
You know this. If you don't like
Yeah.
The Last of Us, then I'm pretty sure everyone like has argued against you.
Yeah, so like I don't need to talk much about that. Like we can just go to the next game.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
For me, I have, you know what? I'm gonna say a game that you probably weren't expecting, and because I don't ever talk about it ever, how much
What?
that I like this game. I have Tomb Raider on my top 10.
What? You're bugging!
Tomb Raider, the reboot of the series, is in my top 10. I there aren't a lot of games that I ever replay completely. You know, all of the Kingdom Hearts games I've replayed, Tomb Raider actually made the cut. I replayed that game from start to finish twice. That's a big deal to me.
I'm sorry, bro. Yo, where did that come from?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. And the thing is, you can't fight me on it because you know it's a great game. You know it's a fantastic game.
It's a great. It really shocked everyone. I think it was a great game. But yo, that's your top. That's in your top.
I'd have it in my top 10. I love that game. It's a fantastic experience.
What's really good with you?
I love that game so much. I love it. It's a fantastic game. I love it.
All right, I guess I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, you can't even fight it on me. You can't fight me. You can't. I know you can't. I'm here sitting in my chair like, yeah, what are you gonna say to me?
Try to say something. Try to say something, see what happens.
You can't say anything. The game was fantastic in every single way. I think the only issue that I probably had was maybe like a little bit with the ending, but that's not that big of a deal. I love the game.
Okay. That's fair. I give it to you. I got a game then I think you don't have on your list either. I have Batman Arkham City from 2011 on my list.
I was debating that one, man.
You know that game slaps. Yeah. Oh, I remember first picking it up. I thought like, man, I really want to know what the hype is because everyone was playing it at the time. It was big when it dropped. And I remember just playing through it. I'm like, yo, there's a lot to this game that's actually kind of engaging. There's like a puzzle solving element. There's a great combat system. They kind of got old with each new Batman installation, but the first time playing it was awesome. Exploring the city of like Gotham was, not the Gotham of the whole Arkham like Asylum City was pretty dope. Just everything, the story itself was fun. Like everything about it was just awesome. It was so tense too. It really felt like a Batman story. I loved it a lot, and I really can't think of anything really wrong with it when I was playing it at the time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I agree with you 100%. I had the exact same experience. I just didn't put it in my top 10, but I was really debating it, man. Arkham City is a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. No one can argue that. It's a fantastic game and a fantastic experience, and it's the defining Batman game. Just like the next game on my series was for this superhero, which is Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was debating it too.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I was debating it. Because Spider-Man, that game is way too big to be a PS4 game. That game is big.
Like, Spider-Man, oh my God. 2018 was the year for Spider-Man, in my opinion, and made me fall in love all over again with the character of Spider-Man. I have always loved Spider-Man, you know, growing up on Tobey Maguire, growing up with the PS2 Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2 game. Bro, and everything about Spider-Man was always fantastic, but then I dipped, then I came back in 2018. Spider-Man is the best. Spider-Man 2018, this video game, I 100% that. Everything about that game was fantastic. Got the DLC, 100% that also. Best
you would have stopped talking about it for a while.
It's fantastic. The next game on my list, I'm just going to go with the more controversial one and then finish with everyone agrees with this one.
Okay.
The next game, and you're not going to agree with me. You are not going to agree with me, but I don't care. I don't care because the next game on my list, no one is going to agree with me on this earth.
Is it Mario Hoops 3-on-3?
It's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Honestly, wait, low key. I was debating it. I spent time on that game.
Me too.
I was really in that game when it came out.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to me is, well, I haven't had a chance to play Odyssey yet, or Origins, so I can't say that. But before those two games, Brotherhood, the best Assassin's Creed game. Oh, Damn. And you know what? How did I include Assassin's Creed and forgot about Black Flag? Damn. Oh.
You just remember Black Flag?
You know what? No. Black Flag was a phenomenal game also, and damn,
I remember you told me it was.
But I'm gonna give it to Brotherhood just because I gave it more hours. And Brotherhood, I loved Brotherhood, man.
Yeah, I feel like how people see 2 is how we see Brotherhood, honestly. Because I know 2 is a huge fan favorite, but I really, really, really like Brotherhood. I was so invested in that story and just loved every element of it.
I loved Assassin's Creed 2 also. It wasn't like Assassin's Creed 1 was like good, it set a good foundation. Assassin's Creed 2, woo, took it to the next level. Level. But then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood took what was already at the next level and brought it to an even higher level. Oh my god. Assassin's Creed Revelations didn't hit that mark for me, but Brotherhood really, whatever Assassin's Creed 2 was missing, Brotherhood added. And that's
I feel that. I really like Brotherhood a lot, but I couldn't justify putting it in my top 10.
Man, I had to put it. What's the next game?
Instead of Brotherhood, I think what I replaced Brotherhood with, honestly, was Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I love I still have not picked up 2, which I know I'm gonna sound like a fake fan of Red Dead if I didn't pick up Red Dead 2 yet. But I still haven't picked up Red Dead 2 yet. I played Red Dead 2, it's fun, but I own Red Dead 1 when it came out, and wow, I spent hours playing that. It was just so much fun. I know GTA is like the same element of just freedom and you can just mess around and do whatever you want, but something about the Wild West and just having like horses and you can like gamble in like the old-timey casinos and do gunfights, like standoffs, so cool. I loved it so much. I thought it was so unique at the time, and I really like the story too, especially how you can end up playing as oh man, I forgot the name of the main character, but you play as son after he passes away. I think that was really cool, and you can get revenge on his death. I thought they really took the story to the next level when they added that. I love Red Dead a lot, and I feel like a lot of people still do because it was such a great game at the time and still has aged really well.
I can't fight that, dude. I really can't. The only thing that I know people will probably fight us on is that I don't know if it's on it for you, but that the only Rockstar game that we mentioned on this list is Red Dead Redemption, because people will really fight for GTA 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair because people literally still play GTA 5 now. Like, they're still playing.
And not only that, but GTA 5 is the single game that has made the most money in the history of video games.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, it's literally like Rockstar's like money. It's literally all their money right there in GTA 5. So I think it's controversial for us not to put on the list, but I'm sorry, Red Dead just left a bigger mark than GTA 5 for me.
Oh. Honorable mention though. Honorable mention to GTA 5.
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, chef's kiss.
Yep. So the last game, man. Last game.
You want me to go first or you? I know you don't got this game on your list.
What's your game? What's your game?
It's a multiplayer game, and it sucked. I'm pretty sure I got bad grades in college because of this game. Overwatch.
What?
I spent so much time playing Overwatch and it dropped. I can't think of a more addicting multiplayer game besides Smash. From the moment I picked up Overwatch, dude, I could not stop playing. It was so addicting. Every character was so much fun to play as, and the fact that like every character had a weakness and a strength compared to other characters was just so much fun. The maps were a lot of fun to like just mess around with during battles. It's just everything about it, like the companionship between you and your friend when you were playing it was just everything. I love that game. I didn't have that similar experience of online multiplayer for Overwatch, like I did in like Modern Warfare 2. Like Modern Warfare 2 was what Overwatch was for me in college. It was just Overwatch is that good, and I still think it's a really good game.
But wait, but you're not downplaying Modern Warfare 2, are you?
I'm not. I'm just saying I didn't have the similar experience I did with Modern Warfare 2 as I had with Overwatch.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Like, what I experienced with Modern Warfare 2 was exactly what I experienced Overwatch in college, and it was just so refreshing. The only reason why I don't play it anymore is I just don't have anybody to play it with. When I had that mob of people in college to play with, it was just hours of just stupid fun, man. I love that game and think it's well deserving of a top 10 list in the decade.
Wow. Okay. No, I can't fight that. I never played it myself because you know that I'm not a big multiplayer guy, but I know for a fact that game is phenomenal, and I wouldn't have so much buzz if it wasn't, So
No, yeah, it's so
props,
good.
man. Props. The last game, you're gonna agree with me. I know you are. Cuphead.
Oh man, you know what? Screw Arkham City, bro. Put Cuphead in there, bro. Yo, Cuphead slaps, bro. I forgot how good Cuphead is. Oh my god, yes, no, put that on there. That's at the top 10. I'm done.
Yep. We don't gotta say anything more. Just end it like that.
Honestly, man, that's a good way to end it. Cuphead definitely belongs in the top 10. I'm surprised I didn't see anybody's top 10 list on well, no, people more have a top 50 list online, but I haven't seen anyone's top 50 list of the decade have Cuphead in it, which is kind of surprising.
Very surprising, but it deserves to be on there.
Oh yeah, 100%. That is definitely well deserving.
Yes. All right, so that is our top 10 list. We're top, probably 16, 17 games because we shared so many.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I want to know your personal thoughts on what the top 10 games of the decade were for you, because there are just so many great games that we can't just have a defined 100% certified top 10 list. Everyone has a top 10. Yeah, we are desperate to know what your top 10 was. And hey, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, follow us on IG, follow us on Twitter @PanicBros. We would love to keep on talking and having more content to share with you guys. So until next time, see ya.
Peace, guys.